Have you ever faced a situation where you said something to someone and the other person responded in a completely different way? And then you had to explain yourself over and over again, saying that you didn't actually mean to say what the other person misinterpreted. I bet this must have happened. It happens a lot of times to a lot of people. But if it is repeating with you over and over again, it's actually leading to something called communication failure. Now, what is communication failure and how you can work upon that is what I'm going to talk about in my video today. Hi friends, I'm Swati Arora. I'm an NLP practitioner and a certified life and business coach. And today I'm talking about a very important NLP presupposition, which is the meaning of the communication is the response you get. Which means, very simply put, the meaning of the communication is something which is in your hand, which is in your responsibility. What the other person understands is also something which you need to own, and only then you will get the response that you expect. Before going ahead, take a moment and subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button because I'm going to share some very useful information in today's video and upcoming videos as well. Friends, communication failure is one of the major reasons for all relationship failures. Be it a marital relationship, be it relationship between parents and children, be it relationship between an employer and employees, or between friends as well. Any relationship failure starts from communication failure, and hence it's very important for all of us to be able to communicate effectively with all the people around us. Now, how do we communicate effectively? Before I tell you that, let me give you examples of how we fail in our communication and how we can improvise that. So imagine if you are an employer, if you're a boss, and you're telling your employee to prepare a presentation and be prepared with it in the next 2 days. The employee comes to you with the presentation after 2 days, and when you look at the presentation, you get furious. You blast your employee and you said, "Is this what I expected you to deliver? This is completely bullshit." Now, let me ask you a question. Whose fault is this? Is it the fault of the employer or the employee of not making the right presentation? Well, I'm sure a lot of y'all will say it's the employee's fault because he's not prepared the presentation as per the expectation. But on the flip side, I will say it's the employer's fault because he is the one who started the communication, and he expected a response from the employee. So, what did he do wrong? He did not explain what he wanted, or he did not explain what his expectations were. As a result, what happened was the employee and the employer wasted 2 days of productive time and got a wrong report or a wrong presentation. I'm sure this happens to a lot of us in our day-to-day lives, isn't it? Giving you another example of parents and kids. Now, as parents, we do give instructions to our children and we want them to obey them, right? So, if I tell my children, get up and clean the room, and I do not see any response from their side, after 1 hour as well, the room is still in a mess. I will, as a response mechanism, what I will do? I will yell, I will shout, I will raise my volume, and I will still say the same thing again. I will say, get up and clean the room. And still, I will see no response. And that's when I will start reacting. In this situation, what do you think you can do? 2 things. One is change the method of communication. We believe, friends, that only by raising the tone or changing the volume of the tone, the same communication can be said and the response will be different. Well, that does not happen, right? You need to ensure that it lands on the child in a particular way such that the child gives you the response that you're looking for. How about twisting your communication way and saying, get up and clean the room right now, because if you do that, I will give you 2 hours of screen time for your desired channel. How about that? And you will see the work done in a fraction of a second. This is what I'm saying about communication change. So friends, when I said the meaning of the communication is the response you get, It means, simply put, that if we were to spend some time on not what we need to speak, but on how the person will respond or how the person will understand to what I said, it will be a better communication system, because the person will be able to understand what I'm saying effectively, and that's when the loop will be closed. If only we were to spend some more time on that, looking at things from the other perspective, we all will be better communicators. Giving some simple tips on how you could be better in your communication style. The first one is, keep it short and simple, especially when you're giving instructions. Keep your instructions short and simple. Don't twist them and twirl them around. A lot of people have habit of stretching their conversations, making sentences into paragraphs. I would say concise them. Keep them short and simple, such that the other person is able to understand it very, very clearly in a very crystal clear manner. The second point is, check for understanding. A lot of times we only speak. We believe that we've said something and the other person has understood it. But it's our moral responsibility in a communication cycle that we also check for understanding. And how do we check for understanding? Paraphrase or confirm, which means ask the person, what do you think I've just said? Did you understand what I just said? Can you confirm what you understood? So some simple things on how you can check for understanding of the communication. The third thing that you can do is, you have to make sure that you match the person's pace and vocabulary and intellect. I'll give you an example. Specifically when we are talking to people above our age or below our age, which means if we are talking to elderly people or if we are talking to children, we need to get down to their level of pace as well as of their language to be able to slow down so that they understand us effectively. Because if we are rattling off things in front of them, or if we are speaking in some language which they will not be able to interpret, there will be a communication failure. Imagine if you were to talk to a Spanish person and you don't know Spanish. Obviously you will be blank. Simply put, that's exactly what happens when you're talking to an old person who does not know technical nitty-gritties of the language and you are talking to him in technical capabilities. So keeping your vocabulary up to the level of the person is very important so that the person is able to understand what you're saying. The fourth point that I want to say is, never assume. Never assume in a communication cycle for the other person to fill in the blanks. Spell it out. If you want to say it loud and clear. Now this typically happens in relationships between partners. One partner keeps believing that the other partner should know what I'm expecting or should know what I want, and that's the reason why she or he keeps hinting the other partner. But if you've been hinting your partner and he's still not able to understand it, which is very clear that he's not mastered the art of hinting, right? So it's always good to spell it out what you want rather than assuming that the other person would expect or understand that. That's very important. So friends, those were the 4 tips on how you could be a better communicator. All I would want to say is, focus in communication, focus on the person who is receiving your communication and not on yourself. Focus on how he will interpret what you're saying and don't focus on what you're saying completely. So if you do that, I'm sure you'll be a better communicator and have better relationships as well, all across. I will come back, friends, with some more interesting information next time. Till such time, like and subscribe to my channel. Keep watching me. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.